Namaste, my friends. Today is day 22, and this class is going to be nice and gentle and easy, and we're going to flow through it like a dream. Meet me on the mat. So today it's all about moving slow and feeling into the body and sort of moving in fluid motion as though we're swimming through dreamland, right? You imagine how you would move through a dream. I don't know, when you think about these things, it's not really like you're not marching in your dreams generally. You're like floating and flying, right? So let's move in the body in that way. We'll flow through this practice, but we're first going to start in child's pose. So take your knees as wide as the mat. Come to sit on your heels, or you can place a bolster or a blanket in between your bum and your heels. For today's practice, just a little quick reminder, if you don't have a strap, go grab something you can use like a strap today, maybe a towel or a tie, a sweater, something like that. Just something to make reaching a little bit easier. So come into child's pose. You can bring your forehead to a block or to the mat. Let the hips be heavy. You can move them gently left and right to get comfortable. And then allow the forehead to land gently wherever it may. And take a deep breath here. Allowing the back body to puff up towards the sky. Exhale slowly and completely. Inhale, ribcage expands, back of the heart space lifts to the ceiling. And exhale, allow the body to sink, the hips to be heavier. Inhale, think expansion. Exhale, grow heavier. Slowing down the breath. Inhaling the back of the body, lifting. And exhaling the hips, falling heavier on the heels. A few more breaths here. Allowing the body and the mind to drop into the present moment. To let go of any tension or worry from the day thus far. Consciously slowing down the breath. Allowing it to become the focal point of your attention in this moment. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, come up into tabletop. Taking your hands underneath your shoulders, spread the fingers wide, start with the pinky and move to the index, the middle, the ring, the middle, the index, and the thumb. Press through the base of the fingers, make sure your knees are underneath your hip points. Gently engage the belly, press to the tops of the feet, and then inhale. Allow the belly to drop, the heart to move forward, the shoulder blades to squeeze down the back. Chin comes parallel to the mat. Exhale, round through the tailbone first, pointing the tailbone down towards the knees. Press through the lower back, the mid back, and the upper back. Allow the chin to come to the chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Channel your inner Halloween cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round through the back. And come back to center. Take your hips over towards the right and look over your right shoulder. And then over to the left, look over your left shoulder. And right, keep the belly engaged. Left. Shoulders relaxed. Right. Left. One more on each side. Right. Left. Come back to neutral. Come to a flat spine. So notice where you are today, if you're allowing the belly to drop, or maybe you're kind of rounding through the shoulders. See what we can do about lengthening the tailbone towards the back of the room, gently engaging the belly by pulling the navel up and in just slightly. Press through the base of the fingers, press through the tops of the feet, and lengthen the crown of the head away from the tailbone. From here, take the right knee up, move it forward between the knees or the elbows, reach it out and back. A few knee circles in one direction. And then switching directions, so taking the knee back, out and forward. Opening up through the hips. Remembering that fluid, dreamlike motion. So imagine that you're swimming here through dreamland, through some clouds maybe, the ocean. Coming back to center, left knee this time forward, out and back, knee circles. Just opening up the hips, seeing how graceful we can be. And switching directions. Remember to keep the core tight. And coming back to center, bring the belly to the mat. Shoulders above the wrist, squeeze the elbows in towards the side body, lift cobra. Press through the top of the feet. Heart space moves forward. Exhale, release. Take the right hand out to the side, like you have a half T shape. And you can keep your arm exactly straight out to the side, or you can bend at the elbow a little bit, see what feels best for you. And then press that front of the right shoulder down towards the mat and lift your left leg, so rolling the left hip on top. Rest the right ear on the mat, and then just find a place that is comfortable, and you can feel a nice stretch on the front of the shoulder. So for me, it's best when my arm is bent. Maybe for you, your arm is straight. Play around and find where you're feeling the best, most juiciest stretch on the front of the shoulder. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Coming back to center, switching sides. So this time we'll take the left arm long, either straight out to the side, or you can keep it slightly bent like I do. Left ear to the mat, and then lift the right hip up. You can take the right foot behind you. For balance, use your right hand to press your right shoulder up and find that place where you feel a good stretch along the front of the left shoulder. This is one of my all-time favorite stretches. I'm very tight in the shoulders and the chest, so this is such a nice opener for that. And if we want to dream big, we have to be open to all of the possibilities. A few deep breaths here. Lengthening the inhales and the exhales. Slowing it all down. And roll back to center. Put your hands beneath your shoulders, press back up into tabletop, and then flip the toes under, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pedal through the feet, let the heels be heavy, spread the fingers wide. Externally rotate the biceps away from the ears, triceps internally rotate towards the face. Shoulders relax down the spine. Gently move the hips left and right, pedaling through the heels, bending one knee and then the other. Inhale, right leg up. Keep the hips square, so flex the right foot, keep the pinky toe towards the mat. Exhale, step it through. Drop the left knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Energetically squeeze the thighs together, lengthen the tailbone towards the left knee. Shoulder blades relax, but palms facing each other, or you can bring your hands to prayer or steeple fingers above the head. You can always keep your hands at prayer at heart space as well, or hands on the hips. As we've been working on this entire program, you can always take things at your level and plant the palms, step it back to tabletop, belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Press to the tops of the feet. Exhale, press it back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, square the hips, pinky toe towards the mat, flex the left foot. Exhale, step it through. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, low lunge. Opening from the front, through the front of the right hip flexor. Grow taller through the crown of the head. Lift. Find a lot of length in the spine, but also squeeze the thighs towards each other so you're engaging the legs. Let the shin melt into the mat. Press through the top of the foot. And exhale, plant the palms on either side of the foot. Step it back. Belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Reach the palms to the sky, so hands by the hips, palms to the sky. Inhale, lift both hands, both feet, heart space. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift the heels a little bit higher. And release. Press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Drop the left knee down, low lunge. Moving in our dream state, so moving really fluidly, like we're swimming through clouds perhaps, or the ocean, or cotton candy, if you really like candy. Or what else do people swim through? Kelp. All right, pivoting the left shin so that it comes to be parallel with the back of the mat. Straighten through the right leg. Come up onto the right heel. So now you're facing the camera, the left side of the room. Right foot is towards the front of the mat. You are balancing most of your weight on the left knee, so make sure that if you have knee problems, grab a blanket to put under here. And now take the right hand to the right hip and reach up and over with the left arm to the left, towards the left foot. You can always take your hand down your shin as well. Flex through the right foot. Balancing on that left knee. Find a lot of length along the left side body. And coming back up. Take the left hand to the left hip this time. You can also reach up and over to the right. Just testing it out, seeing how that feels. Bring the right foot to the mat. Come to sit on your left heel. And just take a little bit of a groin stretch here. So you're sitting on your left heel. Now the right foot is flexed again. We can once again take the right hand the right elbow on the right thigh, or maybe take the right hand to the mat and reach up and over. with the left arm. So left side of the ribs open. Try to find length along the right side of the ribs as well. Excellent. Walk your hands towards the right foot. Rebend through the right foot. Repivot that left shin. So now we're back to facing the front of the mat and come into lizard pose. You can stay up here on your hands or maybe make it a little bit deeper. Come down onto the forearms. Yogi's choice. And then coming back up, bringing the right leg back, belly to the mat, inhale cobra, exhale release, palms of the hands to the sky, back by the hips, lift the heels, lift the hands, lift the heart, lift the head, hold, squeeze, use those back muscles, and release, press it back up, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Drop the right knee to the mat. Inhale, low lunge. Working on finding a lot of length through the spine so we're not collapsing into the lower back and sort of just being heavy on the hips, really engaging the upper body here as well. Seems to be a pretty noisy day here today, so I apologize for all of the background noise. And now pivot that right shin to be parallel to the back of the mat. Straighten through the left leg. Turn to the right side of the mat. So the weight is now on the right leg. And then you can bring your left hand to your hip or left hand to the shin and reach up and over with the right arm, finding length along the right and the left side body. So don't crunch in the left side body. See if you can find length first and then reach up and over, side bend. Make sure you don't put your hand on your knee. So it's either above or below the knee or on the hip. Excellent. Come back up. Right hand to right hip, reach up and over to the left. And then sink right knee onto, or right booty onto right heel. And then side bend once again to the left. Grounding down through the right hip. Lead with the pinky. Keep the shoulder away from the ears. Palm down. Wonderful. Rebend through the left leg. Come back to facing the front of the mat. Lizard pose. Stay up in your hands or come down for a little bit deeper of a stretch onto the forearms or somewhere in between if you have a block handy. And step it back. Tabletop, belly to the mat. Inhale, squeeze the elbows into the side body. Cobra. Exhale, release. Reach the arms forward, heels lift, heart lifts. Inhale, lift the whole body. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it through, drop the left knee down. Inhale, low lunge. And then take the right hand to the right hip, the block or the floor, and reach up and over with the left. Look under the left shoulder if you'd like. Squeeze the thighs together, so still trying to find that length along the spine first before bending. And then play with that side angle or side bend. So instead of just reaching straight to the side, maybe reach a little bit forward, maybe turn the shoulder down a little bit, turn the shoulder up, see what feels nice. Moving through the motions, moving through the poses, the postures, and finding the good spots. And plant the palms. Bring the right leg back, tabletop, belly to the mat. Clasp the hands behind this time. Inhale. Press to the top of the feet. Lift the heart space. Open. Ground down through the hip points. And release. Press it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts up and back. Exhale, step it through. Drop the left knee down, right knee down, sorry. Inhale, low lunge. And then take the left hand to the left hip and reach up and over. Look under the right shoulder. Pinky leading, palm down. And then play with where it feels the best. Moving forward, looking up, maybe looking down. Finding the juicy spots. And then when you find the best spot, stay there for a breath. Plant the palms, step it back, tabletop, belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Bend the knees. If you can grab your ankles, do so. Otherwise, just keep the clasp behind the back and lift the feet and the arms. Bow pose. Heart space moves forward. Squeeze the knees together if you're in bow. And release. Press it back, child's pose. Inhale, coming up onto the knees, flip the toes under. So all 5 toes of each foot are on the mat, and you're sitting on your heels. You can lift here, you can grab a bolster, you can stay up here, all the way up on the knees, or you can begin to play with sitting back on the heels for a pretty extreme stretch. Now, take the right arm in front of you, left arm up, cross at the elbows, and you can either stay here, crossing at the elbows, grab your shoulders. You can take the backs of the hands to each other, or try to clasp around, grab the hands together in eagle arms. So press the hands away from you, shoulders relax down the spine, lift the elbows, and see if you can feel a stretch along the back of the shoulders. Grow a little taller. Imagine that there is a paper between you and your heels, so you're not dumping all of your weight onto the heels, you're just slightly lifted up. Good job. And release the arms, shake it out. This time, left arm forward, right arm up, cross at the elbows. And again, you can either just grab your shoulders and stay here, take the backs of the hands to each other and stay here, or wrap around one more time. Relax the shoulders down the spine so they're not hiked up by the ears. Try to relax them. Press the wrists away from you, lift the elbows, and see what kind of stretch you can get in the back of the body. Lift the crown of the head, grow taller, engage the core. Try not to dump onto the heels. And release. Shake it out. Come onto your bum and roll all the way down onto your back. Bring the knees into the chest and then the feet into the hands. Happy baby. Gently rocking left and right. If you'd like, or you can stay still. Yogi's choice. And if you've got that strap handy or that towel or whatever it is that you're using, take it now and hook it around the right ball of the foot. You can keep the left sole of the foot on the mat or take the left leg long. Make sure that whatever you have is long enough that you can relax your elbows onto the mat, so you're not reaching for your leg. You're allowing the leg to come to you and relaxing the elbows on the mat. So flex the right foot and pull the leg a little bit closer towards your face if you can, wherever you're at. And that might look like this, and that's totally fine as long as you're feeling a stretch in the back of the hamstring. So you might need to bend that right knee if you're feeling a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much today. And from here, take the strap in the left arm, keep the foot flexed, keep the right hip on the mat, and bring the foot over to the left as far as feels comfortable. So you should be feeling a nice stretch here on the right hip. This is not a big move. You don't need to come all the way over to the mat. Keep the right hip grounded. And then just bring the foot over as far as until you can feel that stretch here. Breathe into the sensations, right? So don't allow the breath to get shallow now. Lengthen the inhales and the exhales. Slow it down. Inhaling, rib cage lifts, heart space lifts up toward the sky. And exhale, allow the hip to get a little heavier. Inhale deeply. Exhale, release. Coming back to center, switch the feet. So right leg, either right foot, sole of the foot to the mat, or take the leg long. Elbows relax on the mat, flex the left foot, and just enjoy the stretch in the hamstring. Wherever you're at, you can keep the left knee bent, of course. Wherever you're at, breathe deeply. Pull the foot in a little closer. And then take the right hand, the strap in the right hand, and then ground down through the left foot, and then left heel. Woo, nope, left hip. And bring the foot over to the right. Send your breath into the place where you feel sensation. Allowing the muscle to release, the hip to be heavy. Come back to center. Take the strap, move it to the side. Take the right knee in, left leg long, supine twist. Look over your right shoulder. Back to center, left knee in, right leg long, supine twist. Back to center, bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to fall to the left and right. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels, shimmy the shoulders up underneath the heart space, and allow the backs of the hands to fall onto the floor. Take a deep breath in here through the nose. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out, release. Inhale through the nose, the biggest breath you've taken all day. And exhale, let it all go. Now you can choose to stay here in reclined butterfly pose or take your legs long in Shavasana. Allow the body and the mind to be still and heavy. Moving back into dreamland. And knowing that whatever dreams that you may have, they are possible. They are coming your way. They are yours to have. And you're going to achieve all of them. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.